to professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm your host, Intox, along with
BDot, baby.
And welcome to the show, episode 19.
19, there it is. 19, bomb droppers.
Just starting it off right. You know what I mean? Just starting it off right.
Gotta do that. Gotta get the energy out. You know? What's up? What it is, people's community, world.
We're in April, man.
Yeah.
Mid-April. We got like another week of April. And then we're into May.
Damn, that shit went by kind of quick.
April is flying right now. I feel like...
I think I got hit with one April Fool's joke, and that was it.
Kept it moving.
It's done.
Kept it moving.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what, didn't even celebrate it. April Fools didn't even think.
No.
It was gone. It was here and gone.
Yeah, somebody did something. Somebody tried.
Yeah, you got a little something going.
Yeah, somebody tried something. Wow.
Fool me once.
Yeah.
Fool me twice. Can't fool me again.
Yeah, with the next year.
How does it go? Yeah, so still a lot going on out there, right?
Yeah.
Still a lot happening. I mean, there's if it's not an explosion, it's a train derailment or it's a bank that goes under. You know, it's all triggering. Everything's triggering something else. That's how I'm looking at it. Is everything is gonna fall as it's gonna be controlled. That's the idea. That's kind of what I'm looking at. It's like, you know, there's all these doomsday, you know, people that are always, you know, get your money out of the banks. They're failing, they're crashing, you know. There's going to be those people because they're the people that don't see the bigger picture. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, they don't see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that the old system has to fall so that the new system can take over. We just have to be discerning enough as we the people to know which systems to put back in place. Because we can easily put ourselves back into bullshit again if we're not paying attention. And I think that's part of what this show is. Awkward Intelligence, you know, is talking to people and trying to make, you know, trying to ask questions and try to say, okay, well, what is this? Like we've talked about CBDCs. If it's coming from the Fed, like that Fed Now bullshit we ended the last show with, if it's coming from that, we know that that's not what we want. And that's kind of what I'm saying to the community and everybody out there is use the knowledge that we're giving you, but also your own gut feelings and ideas and go, maybe this is what they're talking about. Because not everything we're saying may be 100% on what you're seeing. You know, you may see it from a different angle. But just use your discernment to go, okay, that's not the one we want. But that doesn't mean that XLM or XRP or some of these other ones out there, these other coins and things, might be the new thing. You know, and you just got to start that's why I said start paying attention to the digital stuff. You don't have to buy into it. You don't have to be part of it if you don't want to or you don't feel comfortable. But start looking into it. Because if you start looking into it in the next year, you'll know what to do. Right. You know. Right. You just have to start somewhere. So.
But nah, that bank thing though, right. You know, I feel them on. You know, I feel certain people on that. You know, putting your money in a bank. You know what I mean? Because then if everything falls, collapse.
Right.
Your money's in there. Like, so what are you going to do? You have to wait it out?
So what they're saying is the QFS that we talked about before is already mirrored behind the existing banking situation. So it's mirrored as in like when the front curtain falls, the back curtain's there. See what I'm saying? So it's technically going to hold on to everything. It's already calculated what's in there right now, 1-to-1 kind of a deal. It's just tracking it. So the second it sheds off and we lose that to the old 3D bullshit and we move on, that's the quantum field that's going to move with us and take everything with us. So that's what they're saying out in the streets is that the quantum financial system is backed behind our system already, and it's just waiting for the old system to fall so that they can take its place. It will be the new system we'll use, and it'll be based on quantum aura. So no one will be able to use your bank account or your phone or anything like that because it'll be connected to you by frequency.
Got you.
So once your credit card is by frequency, how does anybody else use it?
I can't.
Exactly. Because you're the only one with your frequency. So that's where the new system is coming into play. That's why it's like we can't even fathom a system like that because we've never. Or our card has to have a chip or a stripe or, don't people can come RFID your shit and steal it from you. And it's like, that's all the old world shit that we're going to get rid of. And we're going to go into quantum shit. And some of this quantum stuff, it's like, think about quantum, right? The way I look at it is from 1 to 0, or from 0 to 1, right? Just take from 0 to 1. There's infinite numbers between those two numbers because you can take it from the dot all the way back to infinite numbers and also take it from the dot forward.
Okay.
As many numbers as you want between 0. So it's 0.000000000. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then 1. That's one spot. Then see what I'm saying? And see how, that's what quantum is. If you want to think about it on a quantum level, when you think about anything quantum means that it can compute any of those numbers in between 0 and 1, no matter what they are. And
bomb droppers. Just drop one on me.
So that was the easiest way to think of quantum, right? That's what quantum is. So if you take that for every number, that's infinite fucking amount of numbers, right? That's how fast your own mind computes. See what I'm saying? Because your eyes alone, are taking in information all around you with variable amounts of light and variable amounts of shades and see what I'm saying? So your own brain and eyes working together is a quantum computer. You are quantum. Know what I'm saying? You're visualizing everything, putting it in your eyes, your ears, hearing everything. Like right now with this conversation, you're hearing me one-on-one right here in front of you. But your brain and your eyes and your senses and everything you're using for input is giving you this experience in a one-to-one format. You're not waiting for the replay. You're getting it live right now.
Bomb droppers.
See what I'm saying? So
wow.
That's the kind of shit quantum is. That stuff we years ago, 10 years ago, nobody even would have thought about what quantum was. But it's always been around. It's always been here. Just nobody.
It's like a lot of things.
It was just they were hiding it from us.
I got you.
So that's the system that's going to take over. And once that system is in place, that system, because see, that system, they say, it wasn't even built here on Earth. That's not even an Earth system. It's a universe system. And they brought it here because it's the only system that can save us from the slavery we've been under. That's the idea. Is that because nobody can hack that fucking system, there's no way for it to go corrupt at this point. They can't corrupt that system. So we're being gifted that system as part of our consciousness upgrade. We're getting that QFS system.
Damn.
And that'll be our financial
everybody
system. Everybody's already in it.
locked in.
Because it already knows your frequency. It scanned, I don't know how it works, but somehow it either scanned or something, the Earth or something, and took everybody's frequency and just put it into the system. I don't know how it works. I have no idea. I could be making that up. I'm not sure how it works, but somehow it already has your frequency. It already knows
some
who
of
you
these
are.
apps, they be trying to take your face and all that.
Right. They're trying to
Your face recognition and all that
pull
shit.
in your essence, man.
Yeah.
They're trying to take your essence. So Yeah, that's
Be
why
careful.
I don't fuck with those. I don't try not to. I don't fuck with I don't use that face unlock on my phones.
Yeah.
I don't use none of that shit.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't use none of that shit. I'm like, I can still punch in a number.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
That's
Takes just as
crazy.
long for me to hit a 4-digit and I'm in, for you to go, oh, wait, has it got me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
See what I'm saying?
Man, sometimes that shit do give you issues.
So that's why I'm like, I can tap in a number. Yeah. Sometimes I'm too fast. I'll have to do it like 3 times, but I'm just saying. I'm still good with that. And I almost feel like that's another way for them to take away something from us. Like I still want to input that. You know what I mean? Because that's the other thing, right? Like, so you've got that, you've got video games, you've got, just cameras in general. Walking around the city is probably capturing face recognition of us and shit. You see what I'm saying? So when we had the masks on, like that was a way for most of us to be getting around where they couldn't even see who we were. That was weird, right? It was almost like, did that get implemented not because of what happened, but specifically to keep us so that AI couldn't track us? That could be a weird theory, right?
Because shit, I know China don't China wear there 24/7. Like
right now, I think
even before
they're just doing it by their eye, or it was the other way where it was just trying to get eye movements, so that way it can track you by just your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Wow. I think they got us. They wanted to get us just captured by our eyes because the face and mouth probably threw them off. You know what I mean? Like that's more variable. Yeah, but your eyes don't change.
It's come from your brain too, right. Your pineal.
Oh shit, they're tapping in deep.
Yo, wow.
That's probably what it was.
Wow.
Oh shit, they were trying to get all that information.
Yeah, through your eyes. Damn.
What did Mr. Prim say on his new album? Through the eyes is the journey to the soul. Know what I'm saying? He just he just said that on the album. That was his new album. Oh yeah. So by the way, we can throw that out there then. I don't know if we said that last show was Mr. Prim just put out a new album, Mr. Prim's Easy Listening. You can find it on all your digital sites. Matter of fact, we should probably play a song of his today then.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's all
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so he just dropped his new album.
We working.
Mr. Prim's Easy Listening.
Easily listening.
ppeintox.com. Get your t-shirts.
You said.
Get your t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. All Love Breakfast, you know what's up.
You know it. The home fries hitting. Come on down.
Home fries is hitting.
Come on down. 5924 York Road.
Baltimore, Maryland.
If you in the area.
Stop in for breakfast, stay for lunch.
One-stop shop.
Right. Definitely. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy though. That's wild.
Yeah, man.
That face recognition.
I think we figured it out.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Yeah,
They
had it on TikTok.
Yeah, it's definitely
scan
deeper.
your face and why you want to scan them?
There's definitely a deeper situation going on. We know that. It's never face value.
Never face value. Go what?
Oh shit. So yeah, it's that, and that's with everything. That's why we're saying use your discernment when you're looking at these things, is because there's always something underneath the surface. It's not always exactly what it is. So like when you see, when we talked about this before, when we were talking about the train derailments, is some people have captured where there were beds in there. We're talking like they were stopping like human trafficking and stuff, right? Well, we're seeing it as a train derailment, a chemical spill, or whatever. But they saw it as a mission where they had to go get some people out of there. I'm not worried about the chemicals at this point. The people were more important than that, you know. So I could see it in that light of like, we can't help that. we got this situation straightened out, So I kind of see it like that. And so also when you see some of these explosions, we saw fires and all these things and explosions happening in like Philly and some of these different areas. But we don't realize that those places were probably labs that were doing some illegal shit that we didn't understand. We think, oh, it's whatever business it was. It's this plastic plant or whatever. That's the front. We're not seeing what's happening behind closed doors and underground around it. So they had to blow these places up and get this, do what they got to do. That's part of the war.
Wow.
To get some of these people out of the things that they're doing. The nefarious ideas that are happening around here, But because we're not privy to that information as the normal, everyday citizen running around, we see them as destruction because we're not being told what's exactly happening yet. All that can't totally be out, but we can start waking up people to look at the scenarios so that they can start to discern those scenarios and go, okay, I see something else is going on here, There's a distraction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's always a distraction.
Right.
Believe me. Now they say read between the lines. Yeah.
Always watch for the counter.
Some always obstacle course. Some always in the way.
Right.
But
so
we're here to tell you that, you gotta navigate through it.
You gotta navigate your world.
You
gotta navigate your world. And with information from us and information from other people and other research you're doing, you'll be able to start to pinpoint that down and put that together and start to realize exactly what's happening. And that's it. That's the information. That's the research I'm doing on a daily basis. Like this morning I watched an 1.5-hour video on some stuff, It was about empaths. And it was just talking about that as empaths, because I feel like I'm probably an empath, right? So you know what an empath is?
No.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to break it down. So I was going believe me, I was going to detect what it was after you told me what it was. After you said it.
So an empath is somebody who feels energies. So like somebody who can go in a room and they can feel everybody's energies.
Yeah.
They have more intuition than most people and stuff like that, right? So like for me, I never liked to be in crowds ever since I was young. Oh, shit. Because too many crowds, I feel too much emotion. And I can't. When I was younger, I didn't know how to deal with it. So I would just stay away from crowds. I didn't like being in crowds. So, but once I got in my late 20s, early 30s, I started understanding what it was. And I was like, oh, like I said, there's things we do our whole lives and we don't realize why we do these things until you start to learn what it is. And so I'd never heard that term empath until probably like 10, 15 years ago, And that's when I started looking it up and checking it out. And I was like, I think this might be me, man. I feel like, because that's with me and what this show this morning was talking about was how there's variations of empaths. So there could be an empath, like I said, who just feels they might feel fear, right?
Okay.
So in the areas they're always the panicky ones or something. I was like, yo, something's going on around here. Something's happening. And you're just like, what are you talking about? Like, out of nowhere, they're going like, what? This energy's off. They're those people, right? You know what I mean? But that's a different type of somebody who then just feels emotion. Like, I might be able to just feel your pain. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Without you understanding that. It's I can feel the emotion of the pain.
I feel where you're going with this, yeah.
See what I'm saying? So he was breaking it down, which I didn't realize because I always felt like it was just so overwhelming. I never really honed in on what I could do, what that power really was. And I still haven't. I'm not still totally 100% on it. But for me, it's a lot more of intuition and character. Like I can talk to somebody for like a minute and already start to understand who that person is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And shit like that, right? So it's little things
break
like
them
that.
Down, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
talking
just
to
by
them.
their answers and their words and the way they respond.
Yeah.
Somehow all that information comes in and I spit it out a certain way.
That's crazy.
See what I'm saying? You're similar?
Yeah.
I think we might have talked about this already
at
some point.
Yeah, I think we did.
But so he's saying like different empaths can have more intuition, less intuition, more cognitive, more clairvoyance. I mean, it could be there's a lot of variations to it.
Right.
So it was interesting to hear it that way because, like I said, it was always felt like it was always so much information coming out. I never realized what it was or where it was coming from. Sometimes I can use it, and you can use it in good ways and bad ways through business and different things, because you can feel the energies of people
right.
and kind of understand what things are sometimes.
Yeah, that's crazy because I could feel people energy. I could feel them, if they sad.
Right. Yeah.
You
feel it immediately.
I could see it.
Yeah. You see it in their body, and
it's
then
crazy.
You can feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I ain't no psychic, nothing like that, but I can see it.
You still have to ask what's going on, but you just know something's not right. Exactly, because it's a break in their aura, man. And we as people who have that thing, it's like we feel that. You can feel when people's energies are off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why. Like I said, when I was younger, I didn't like being in crowds because I would be in a crowd and I would just feel all this energy, and I didn't know where it was coming from or what it was. I just would be like, I'd start getting like anxiety. I'd be like, nothing made sense, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. I felt like claustrophobic, almost like shit was just closing in on me. That's when I was young. I would feel stuff like that. So I was like, I don't do crowds. I don't like crowds. I don't like being tucked in. Like I can go to places with people. I'm not a fucking weirdo.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not a weirdo, folks. I go to places. But what I'm saying is like, if you're in a club and it's just normal, I can see the exits, everything's moving. But then when you're at a concert and you're just packed the fuck in there, I can't do that.
Right.
When I see crowds, when I'm too tucked, if I can't move, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then I start feeling like, okay, I can't be in here. I'm starting to get closed in. So that's it's more of that kind of shit than it is just, I can go to the movies and sit in a movie theater because I know I can walk out of the movie theater. You know what I mean? Like it's not a big deal. I'm not trapped in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we used to go to the after hour spot and they only had one exit.
Right. Get on. You're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's like
So,
one way in and one way out. But I feel you though.
Because it's like sometimes if I'm in a place and I can feel an emotion I don't like, then I can always just move. You know what I mean, or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like, but when you're tucked into some shit, it's like, nah, I can't be in big crowds like that.
Yeah, what was that concert? With Travis Scott.
Yeah, the
concert.
Astro World Tour or some shit.
I said, damn.
See, like shit like that. So I don't go to stuff like that.
Nah, I wouldn't want to be on shit like that.
I don't go to nothing like that.
Nah.
Won't catch me.
Especially in the front row.
Right.
Fuck, you can't go nowhere. You're stuck. You're jammed.
You're there till everyone else leaves.
Exactly. Shit. If I did go, I wouldn't be in the back.
Right. So
Next
that's
to the
why
exit,
I'm like,
but
no,
I feel
fuck
you.
that, man. So like it's crowds, big ass crowds like that. People,
Yeah.
Like where you're tucked in. It's like otherwise, if I can move around, I can go to festivals. I can go to anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere because as long as I can move around, I'm fine. You know what I mean? But it's better now too, though, because I know how to block a lot of it now too. I've learned that power of how to block it out. So sometimes I'll just go places and I just won't even think about anybody else. I end up just in my own bubble. You know what I mean? I'm just in my own bubble doing my own shit, doing whatever I'm doing. I'm not worried about everybody else.
That's it.
And I'm just like, I'm good. So you learn how to, and that's why I said you learn how to do different things with these powers that we have, and you don't realize what you're doing. You don't realize you're doing these things because growing up, nobody taught us these things. Nobody was teaching us these things we can do with our minds. They're just trying to get us to be cogs in a wheel, 18 years of, schooling, and then you're out there and, it's like, what?
Yeah.
It's just, but we were never taught the mind metaphysical type shit.
They were probably never taught.
And that's what I'm saying.
They were just
somewhere along the lines, we lost a lot of that, and then it was just never taught again, But we need to get back to that and start embracing these things, where people are looking at autism, ADHD, and all these things as disorders. And really, it's just them it's people in a different world that we're not in yet. We haven't figured out what their powers and their things are. You know what I mean? Because in the end, we're all supposed to be telepathic. We're supposed to lose this language anyways. So because they can't talk or communicate the way we think they're supposed to now, could be that they're already talking to each other and we have no idea. You know what I mean? We have no idea what they're doing because they're on another level. We're not studying that. I don't know.
I don't know neither.
I don't know.
All I know is that they take medicine.
Right. And then it fucks them up. You know what I mean? So it's like, that has to tell us something. That's all I'm saying, That has to tell us something.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah. I just think we're looking at it we're not looking at it in the right way, possibly. I don't know. So, lot going on out there, man. A lot going on out there.
I think all that is a mind thing.
Right.
For real, but I'm not no expert.
We don't claim to be experts here.
No.
But we're jacks of all trades. We know a little bit about a lot.
Bob droppers.
Oh shit! I love it. I love it how we could just like talk about just anything, pretty much, topics, and then stuff just kind of jumps. Oh, well, this is this other thing I was looking at. Or check this out. How this, it's crazy how especially with numbers again. Oh, I got 55 the other day.
55.
Strong angel
what?
number.
How'd you get that?
From a receipt.
That's a Yeah.
Yeah.
Five, like 555.
Right. That's harder to get. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's a hard one to get. I've gotten it twice in 2 years. So, you know what I mean? That's a tough one to get. But I got it the other day. Nice receipt.
What was the 5? Balance, I think.
Yeah, the triple one was change, remember?
Change.
So I think, let's look it up real quick. I think the quad one is a little bit stronger than that, obviously, because it's the next one. It's the next level up. Let me see. 555. Clarity is coming. Is a message from your guardian angels that an upcoming change will bring clarity to your life.
There it is.
So let's see what happens.
Bomb droppers.
Tune in next week. Awkward Intelligence, episode 20. Catch us then. Oh, shit.
I was like, Dad, what happened?
He's like, is it over? No, I was just telling him to come back next week. Because we talked about that. Yeah, so we talked about that last episode. After, at the end, we were talking about Fed Now. and then I just abruptly closed the show. And then once we were offline, he was like, yo, was you trying to do that? I was like, yeah, I was done. But at the same time, I was like, but it also leaves them on a cliffhanger. They're going to have to come back and check in with us to see what, they were like, wait, did they get cut off?
What happened?
I was like, fuck it. Sometimes you got to leave them with a cliffhanger.
Good one.
Yeah.
You had me.
Everything on here, man, we just doing whatever we do, man. It's however it goes down. You never know what's going to happen. That's the cool part.
Never know. Never know.
Sun, I'm trying to make sure the sun don't shine on me again. Just so I don't catch it in the eye or nothing, I'm trying to talk to my people here, the community. What's up, folks? How y'all doing? Haven't got a lot of comments lately.
I know.
Yeah, you've been checking?
I seen it, yeah.
Checking? Yeah. Last 2 shows, I don't think we got maybe one comment maybe or something. So, yeah, hasn't been too many. But that's okay. I mean, maybe we're explaining shit right. They don't have a lot of questions.
Ain't no problem with it.
Yeah, they're like, okay,
They're
makes
doing
sense.
the research.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
They got it.
Yep, makes sense.
Makes sense.
They're going to start commenting now. They're going to go, man, we don't believe anything you fucking say.
Bunch of liars.
That's
bullshit.
why we're not commenting.
Yeah.
Nah, that's funny.
It's all good.
Yo, did you see the AwkwardIntel post
Which
earlier
one?
today? Or it might have been last night or something like that. It
Instagram?
Yeah.
No, I ain't-
Instagram.
I ain't
You
gonna-
didn't see it? My mom sent me a text. She said, hey, last episode, which was last week, she goes, it took 45 minutes before I heard BDot say bomb droppers.
Oh, you know what? That's crazy.
So she caught it. I was like, look at her. She's catching stuff. She's paying attention.
Nice.
Thanks, Mom. Mom's watching. If nobody's watching but Mom's watching, I'm
Mom's
good.
watching.
I'm good. I don't need nobody else to watch.
Right. Wow. Good catch, Moms.
She was calculating. She was like, okay.
Damn, 45 minutes.
I know. That's why I got one out early. I did it on purpose.
Wow.
It's weird because it's almost like if we start doing it, we'll keep doing it. But if we don't think about it, it took 45 minutes before we hit the first one. You know what I mean? We just had a good conversation. We're just chatting. And it took that long, I guess. Whatever. The way it happens, the way it happens.
That's it.
But yeah, so that's a interesting awkward intelligence tidbit for you. For anybody out there who's keeping score.
Oh, Lord. I did see that, though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did. Who was that again? Obama?
Oh, the guy laughing?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think it was Key and Peele or something.
Okay,
like that. Yeah.
okay. I did see that.
He was laughing. I threw the laughing back at her.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah. Yeah, those are I get little tidbits like that from a few people here and there. They'll just be like, oh, this was going on. They'll just notice something in the show. They'll just go, oh, look, you got the picture now or something. You know what I mean? Like someone will just shoot. And so it's like little shit like that. And so in a way, like subconsciously, I'm not thinking about it. But like when we're putting a show together, I just start putting stuff wherever. And I just want to see if every now and again I'll move stuff just to do it. Just to see if anybody says anything or what. Who knows? You never know what that means. Or it could, but also too, you know what that does too?
What's that?
I'll tell you. There's a lot of shit that's AI generated out here. A lot more shit than we think that we're privy to. Like there's probably a lot of music we're listening to right now on the radio and shit that's AI generated and we don't even realize it. We don't. We just don't realize it. They're not telling us. You know what I mean? If they just, like say it was like last year, didn't they just do that rapper? They signed that rapper that was AI, right? If that was what they were doing last year, what do you think they were doing 10 years ago? They were probably already using it. And we just didn't even realize it. That's where all that mumble rap came from.
Mumble rap.
That's where all that mumble rap came from. It was the AI trying to learn how to rap. That's my theory. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I tried to rap.
Yeah, he was trying to rap. He was young in the game, trying to learn it. They put him out there in the airways, and then it learned. You know. I don't know. That's just me throwing spitballing a theory out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just spitballing a theory. Who knows? But yeah. So that goes back to why if I'm moving shit around, right? It's harder to fucking AI generate that because you don't know what's about to happen. It could be anything. Maybe I don't move nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. How do y'all know we're real? That's all I'm saying. Could we be AI generated and they're out there thinking like, what the fuck, right?
We real, baby. 100%.
We got to come up with let's come up with a code word that only we'll know. Right? That way, we'll know if we're AI or not.
Gotcha.
You should do that with your families too.
Yeah.
Because,
you know what?
Because then you'll know if a clone pops up. Never know, right? They might clone one of your kids or clone your wife or some shit. But if you got a code word with your family, only your real self would know that shit, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just. No, I was about to say some random stuff. Yeah. No, I seen a cleaning crew when I was driving down here.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's what we need. More people just coming together cleaning up.
Nice.
I was like, damn, that's what's up. For real.
That's a rare one. We don't get to use that one too often. Excuse me. That was me. Wow.
It happens. It happens, man.
That's what happens when you're smoking. Smoking.
No. I just like that.
Yeah.
Like the fact everybody was sticking together though.
Yeah. The other night too, I saw out in a parking lot. I saw what's it called? One of those cleaning trucks, and it was just sweeping through the street sweeper, and it was just hitting the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, we need more of that. I'm with you. Like, that's a job. Give me the little truck, and I'll dip around and hit these spots, and we'll clean it up. You know what I mean? Hit the streets, whatever. It's like, why are we not street sweeping more often nowadays?
Right.
Where was that happening at? Is this just downtown?
I don't know, but I see a lot of people, they throw stuff out the window and shit like.
Still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, damn, come on, man.
I know, right? I just throw it on the ground, and when I get somewhere, I'll pull it. Because every time you go somewhere, no matter where it is pretty much, there's always a trash can outside. So then you just grab it, go in the trash. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I try to do it. That way you keep your car clean too. Because every time you stop, there's always a trash can, almost no matter where you're at. You know, so and then you just hit it real quick, easy. You know, I've gotten better. I'm not saying I was the best either.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we all did it, man.
But I've gotten way better.
I mean, but still, you know.
Yeah, just hitting the trash can. I may not recycle very well. You know,
No.
this goes there, this goes there. It's all trash to me.
I don't think they recycle shit either.
Right.
So what they do? What do? Nah.
I don't know. I do a little bit. You know, throw some cardboard and some bottles off to the side. That's easy.
Hey, what they rinse the shit out and then just reuse?
Who knows, man?
That shit crazy.
It's a fucking racket for all we know. You know what I mean? It's just a fucking racket. Somebody was like, bring me your recyclables. Yeah. I'll pay for it, you know? And then, you know, they're making money. They have to be making money.
They got to.
You know.
Off reusable, recyclable.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like this bottle might be, you know, 20% recycled. Who knows? You know, I don't know. You know, but yeah, I'm not very good at recycling. But
definitely,
you know, but I try to get things in the trash.
Yeah. If it's trash, it's trash. I just throw it in the. Yeah, you're right.
I just try to get stuff in the trash.
Throw it in the trash.
That's good. I won't leave.
I'd rather have shit in my car than throw shit outside somewhere.
Right, exactly. When I get somewhere, there's a trash can. You know, the world provides.
Yeah. Bomb droppers. Shit. I tell you what trash can do be filled though. The Exxons.
All Exxons?
The gas stations.
Oh,
I should say.
You see the rats climbing out of them joints?
Nah, it just be trash piled on
top.
Yeah.
Just up there. It's like, who puts it that high? Who built that?
Motherfucker have shoes in there, clothes. Like,
that's America's garbage can, huh?
Facts.
It's America's garbage can. Wow.
Next time you go to the gas station, look at the trash can.
Right. And is it usually only for them? Or does everybody? You're saying everybody?
Yeah, everybody just come pile that shit on, but
it's a free for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once they get to a certain height, you gotta stop piling that shit.
Well, you would think people would stop.
Right.
They don't.
No.
They don't.
No.
Yeah, it's almost every trash can you see like that, like the top where the big ones. They come and get them with the scoopers, right? Almost everyone you see, it's fucking always piled on. Like everybody gets it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh man, I don't know. Has trash become that big of a problem? You know what I mean? Like, we're just consuming so much shit now that we're just packed. Like, they were like, this trash can was good 10, 15 years ago. We were fine. Now, you guys are just piling so much shit into this one can. You know what I mean? I don't know. Are we changing because we're just consuming more? We're just rapidly consuming more shit?
I don't know, but I don't. You ever think about where
does it go?
Yeah.
It go. I mean, they take it to the dump, so they burn it.
Shit.
They burn it. Like, some places might burn it for fuel, use it to like do shit, and then some people probably take. So it just goes to the landfill. It's fucking. I've been to the landfill over here and shit. There's one right over here.
So just pollute the air with.
They just throw it in there, and then they dig out like an area. They throw a bunch in there, and then they take the dirt and then like push it back over, and then they'll go to another spot, dig it all up, throw a bunch of shit in there, and then push the dirt over it, and then it's like, and then they just do this over various spaces, and over time, and some of that shit breaks down, some of it doesn't, and They just churn it up, and it's. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it that bad? It's that bad.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. So yeah, that's what we're reduced to. Mr. Prim talked about it before. He was like, "Why don't we just shoot it into the sun?" Why not? Right? Nothing could survive there. It would just burn right up.
Yeah. Yeah, but how would you shoot it to the sun?
With a rocket.
The trash?
Yeah. Just pile it in a fucking rocket.
Wow.
As much as you can get, compact it, put it in there, stack it up, and then just pew. Every other month we just shoot one out to the fucking sun. He's like, you know how expensive that would be?
Wow. Yeah.
But why can't we do that? Like if we were to clean, like if we had unlimited funds, like just if we had just money, and we were able to like clean up the earth, whatever it takes, that would be it. Just start gathering shit,
and
put it on rockets and shoot them to the fucking sun.
Yeah, to the sun.
Gone. It'll just burn up. It'll never make it. But that's what if you believe in science. Science tells you it's the hottest thing ever, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to have no trash up there.
Why not?
No, man. No, man. You know the sun shoot. You know what I mean? It shoots back down.
Right.
You know, energy.
So we're just giving it energy back.
Energy and trash down here. No. Well, that's not gonna ride.
It's like, okay, I can't get with that.
That's not a good idea.
All right, flush it. That's what he said. I don't know. We just
shoot it to us.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't work that way. I don't know.
Damn. Life.
I'm just a messenger, folks.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure neither.
Because you can't take it underwater, right? Just can't even put it in the water no matter what.
No, it's going to float.
Well, I mean, maybe you weigh it down. I don't know. Something. No, can't go in the water either. No. So it can't go in the water. Can't go to the sun. Where do we put it? In a volcano.
That erupts. Think that shit shoot out.
Damn, man, just shooting down all my ideas.
It just happens. This shit, that's crazy.
But yeah.
Not doing it intentionally.
That's trash, man. It's trash in a nutshell.
Trash in a nutshell. Yeah. I don't even know how we got on trash. Oh, yeah. Same people cleaning up. Yeah, shit crazy, man.
That
was nice.
It's good to see, like you said. Yeah. Good to see.
You know?
There's still some good people out there.
Right. Unless they had the vest on, all of them had the vest on and shit. They're cleaning up. I said, all right. Okay. Stay together.
That's that work release, man.
No,
I'm just kidding.
It wasn't even them. That's crazy. I be seeing them too though. But they be on the highways
right.
Sometimes. They do the highways and shit. Shit. I'm free.
I know, right?
Hell
He's
no.
like, I'm out. He's like, if I got my foot out here, I'm out.
Like, nah.
Oh man, there's probably so many of those though. That probably happens so much, way more than we probably do. They just probably catch them within the first hour, So it's like ain't got to tell nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then you mess all your chances up of getting out.
And then that's it. You're just like, okay, you fucked that up.
Yeah. I got a story to tell.
Right. At that point, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Tell me where we go from here. Yeah, another thing I was thinking of. You know how I be watching all the like people from they're all from different groups, like I said, there's some are Jewish, some are, Native American, some are different. So it's like where I'm getting all this different information from. Well, lately, a lot of them have been talking about, they're like just like how we're becoming more spiritual and less religious, right? But some of them are coming from very religious backgrounds. That's where they started. And they've always been about the whole Christ consciousness, God's love, all these things, right? But now they're starting to kind of see the whole picture of, okay, maybe it's not always about just religion like we've talked about. It's about becoming one, being one people, understanding there is a source. We are reflections. You know what I mean? But it's all of us. We're all one, and we're all just different. Like we talked about quantum. We're all just different spectrums of that whole thing. You know, that's all we have to realize. We're all fractals. We're fractals of the source, here to learn and create and do things, you know? And so, you know, that's why we keep talking to the community about just forget about structure when it comes to, you know, spirituality. You don't need that structure. You practice it the way you need to practice it. And if a religion has taught you certain things to do and you like those things, stick with them. But don't hold them as they're just, you know, they're everything. It's like, this is a flexible world. We're here to learn. We're here to understand. Maybe there's things other people can teach you that you weren't open to before because you were so structured in it. You know, that's, you know,
Bomb droppers.
I'm just trying to bring you the news.
I wanted to drop it earlier, but I didn't
He's like, wait for the pause.
Yeah, let him ride. Yeah. Facts, though.
Yeah.
Facts.
We need to get into that mindset that everybody is a reflection of you, you know? That's part of that working on yourself deal, is if you're running into a lot of people that are hot-headed, you might need to look at yourself and go, am I hot-headed? Why do I keep running into this same kind of person? Is it me? You know what I mean? That's that work. And then you got to start going, maybe I'm the hot-headed one. I'm going to work on that. And then you'll start realizing I'm not running into hot-headed people no more. You know, now that I thought about it, you know, or whatever. You know, and that's why, like, you know, like, you create the reality around you kind of a thing. That's the idea, right? So it's like when you pull that negativity out of your life as much as you can, you stop getting it. It stops, you know, you stop getting a lot of the negative stuff, you know? So it's like you're not running into, you know, the crazy lady on the street anymore, you know? You're not running into people who are rude. You're not running into, you know, it's like everywhere I go, everybody's always like, hey, what's going on? Like, you don't even have to know me. Could just be a little dude just sitting on the sidewalk. I'm walking into the store or something. He'll just be like, hey. I'll just be like, hey, what's going on? Just keep it moving. You know, I don't have to sit and have a conversation with him or nothing. I just acknowledge him and keep going. You know?
That's it.
But it's like you kind of just run into good energy. They always want to talk to you. That's the other part. Is the people when they kind of, like, say, if you come to a cash register, it's almost like they want to ask you a question or something. That's
crazy.
You know, because you're just rolling with good energy, and they like that. You know, that's what it is. We're all trying to, you know, like they say, was it? Oh, I can't even think of the thought I was going to say. Maybe I didn't even think I had it.
I don't know, but I know what you're getting at. You know what I mean? But a lot of that happened to me a lot too. You know, I mean, the register, people come to me and start talking. Like, you know, it happened last night.
Yeah.
Guy came to me last night. He came in there, he felt my energy. You know what I'm saying? So it made him talk. So he just kept talking and talking and talking and talking. I'm like, okay. But that's what he was talking about. He was talking about these young dudes.
Right.
And we talking about that not so long ago. He's talking about these young dudes out here, man. He talking about, man, these young dudes just start pulling out all crazy at a young age, like 10, 12.
Getting younger.
Yeah.
Getting younger and younger, right.
He was like, man, he got 5 boys. You know what I'm saying? And he not worried about the 17 and 18-year-old.
Right.
He worried about the 10 and 12-year-old. Like,
because it's fear.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's fear. That's what does that. That's a low energy fear, man. You know what I mean? It's like if they're growing up in neighborhoods and ideas where they've got to do these kind of things, you're just in paranoid mode all times. That's what that is. That's just fear. You know, when they should be in a world that's teaching them to do better things with themselves.
Right.
They're using their fear energy because that's what they're stuck in. They're stuck in that because of their environments. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah.
They're stuck in these environments, and all they can think about is, is it me or them? You know, and it's that's the lowest fucked up place to be. You know what I mean? That's the
what he
energy
said.
we got to get rid
You know
of.
what I'm saying? When it comes to a kid, you know what I mean? You got to think about that with a kid. Like,
Right.
the world is, I was like, damn.
Because there's adults that are like that. But a kid, you already know. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. That shouldn't be like that. You know? It's bad enough that an adult could end up like that. Just paranoid as fuck, you know?
Right.
And thinking everything's out to get them. But then kids are thinking like that, you know? Like that's a fucked up place to be, you know? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that energy though. That's what we're doing. We're trying to cleanse that fear energy out of it. We've already talked about that. No fear. Get fear out of your mind because fear is just it's look. You either got love that's way up here, or you got fear that's way down here. Those are two opposite emotions.
Bond droppers.
You know? And the Christ consciousness is about love. So that already tells you if you're trying to get there, you can't have no fear. You can't be fearful, you know, of things. You know, yes, you can be prepared. Yes, you can worry about different things or whatever you got to do because you got family and kids and, you know, friends and people that you want to, you know, be around and make sure everybody's safe. But just be prepared. You don't have to run around fearful of anything, you know. Just make the precautions that you think you need to make, but don't have to be walking around in fear because you're always prepared. You know what I mean? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Bomb droppers.
I first heard that in '96, Sugar Free. He had an album, and he said that on the album. I've known that for a long time.
Yeah. I think he's trying to bring that back out, right? Stay ready to get ready.
Yeah, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Right.
That's yeah. That shit's been out there for a minute. Definitely. Yep.
So
yeah, man, it's to the point where like we're putting our frequencies out there. We're waking up the world. We're doing things. We're trying to give y'all the news, give y'all the game, you know, get y'all thinking about a lot of different shit. Because the world is gonna move regardless of what y'all are doing. You already see it. The earth has been making moves. That's what they're calling climate change. They're calling it something. But it's the earth making its own moves. The earth's going, I'm going to start doing what I need to do. It's been doing it for millions of years. You know, it has cycles where it flips through different shit and things move around. And Antarctica, they know for a fact, was not where it used to be millions of years ago or whatever. Some people could say less than that. Everybody's got numbers. We don't know if they're real. You know what I mean? But they know for a fact that it was in a different spot. You know, based on things they've figured out. You know, like an example would be that they found animals that were permafrozen under Antarctica. They still had food in their bellies that was undigested. They were like, that would only mean that the flash happened so fast, they didn't even have time to figure anything out.
To do nothing.
Yeah.
Damn.
So they were like, if it shifted off axis, like a pole shift or something like that, if that happened at some point, which they believe it did, then that's what they were like. If it just shifted, that means things just automatically froze because that's how crazy of a move that was, you know, or whatever at the time, you know. And so the earth can do some shit. The floods were real. You know what I mean? Floods happen. The earth can fuck around and do something. The earth will tell you fuck around and find out. You know?
Life could change like this.
Right. But that's why we need to be vibing just as good or better than the earth. That way we'll shift with it and we'll not have to worry about all that drama because we're going to shed all that bullshit and grow that new earth. You know what I mean? Go into the golden age. Get to the spot where we should have been with the knowledge and technologies that we should have had years ago that they hid from us. Hidden technology.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah. You ever heard of Billy Carson?
Billy Carson.
Black dude.
Yeah. I heard
Forbidden knowledge. He started with like the emerald tablets. He started studying the emerald tablets and shit. And then he started realizing that the emerald tablets were like, or the Bible was mimicking the emerald tablets, because the emerald tablets are like 20,000 years older than what the Bible's considered. So he was like, these stories are in these tablets that were from ancient times that are then being spewed back out as a Bible, thousands of years later. So as he started making those correlations, he started figuring shit out. And so now he tours the fucking country and shit, and has books and talks, and I think he's got Forbidden Knowledge TV. He's got a whole bunch of shit now. He's like a fucking entrepreneur. But he didn't start out like with all this shit. Like, he didn't do this shit till like he was like 30 before he started figuring some of this shit out. Like he was and he had made some money throughout his, throughout his times. He was like an entrepreneur from early on, like he started figuring like, fuck, I need to make money. How do I do that? I need to make a business. I need to do this. And, just kind of knew the shit as a young kid and just started doing it, And so that's why I said then he, like in his 30s or something, he started looking at, the emerald tablets and started fucking with that. And then he started looking into space and looking at NASA photos and doing, you know what I mean? Just started doing more research, started realizing, man, this world isn't exactly what they're telling us it is. And so that was his journey. And now, like I said, he's everywhere doing all kinds of shit. He's got all kinds of stuff going on where he's trying to put this information out. And he's done documentaries and all kinds of other shit. But he's on Instagram and stuff. Yeah, he's on Instagram, Forbidden Knowledge. But yeah, so he does YouTubes and stuff like that. But he talks about that we are in a matrix. This is our matrix of our reality, right? And that it's I think it's called Indinkra codes. I'll have to figure out how to spell that. But Indinkra codes are what are part of that quantum world that figures out this matrix shit, right? So it's all built from all this tablet stuff. It talks about all that stuff in there. So yeah, so emerald tablets, if y'all are interested, go look up the emerald tablets and see if you got it, if you can see anything in there. But yeah, I don't know why I just got on that.
Yeah.
But I just gave y'all all that information for Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah, so a lot of information out there, man. You can just, it's stuff like that is what got me to the point where I was like, okay, they haven't been telling us the truth. There's a lot going on that we don't understand. Because why would that stuff be held out of common knowledge? Why wouldn't they tell us, why won't they tell us things like the metaphysical and all these things? It's like, they kind of tell us, but they kind of don't.
You wouldn't give your enemy how to beat you, would you?
That's true. And that's what I'm saying.
So that's what...
I'm with you.
That's what... Bomb droppers.
That means there's an agenda.
You got to catch it. You got to catch it.
That means there's an agenda.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would they do that?
Right.
So yeah, there's got to be an agenda. Definitely. I was just thinking about something on that. So when it comes to the global agenda, right? What Americans need to understand about this war that's happening, per se, that they keep seeing on the news with Ukraine and different things, right? They're making, the news is making you think that they're at war with us, we the people. What I'm getting at is,
I don't even watch that news no more.
Right. But
I hear you.
This is for the community and everyone else out there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you'll get something out of this. Watch.
I'm listening.
So they're not at war with we the people. They're at war with our government.
Bomb droppers.
And I think we've mentioned that a few times, right? So we have to separate ourselves from that cabal and that elite cabal that's been controlling us and the rest of us. that are still patriots for this country. You know what I mean? Like, this is our country. This is where we're from. But they've taken control of it, and then they've manipulated us so much that we're not even realizing what's happening when it comes to, you know, Russia, China, and all these different things. They keep making us think we're involved. We're not involved.
We don't know what the hell going on.
It's not us, and they know that. Those countries know they are at war with our government, not with its people.
Thanks. Bomb droppers.
So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear to people, because I think that's where a lot of people get confused when they're seeing stuff in the news and they're going, what about this? What about this? Think about it that way. They're not at war with us as we the people. They're at war with the government that's taking control of us. You know?
Bomb droppers. Yeah.
And if we can separate ourselves from that and get that idea, you'll understand what's really happening out there. You know? But that's why I say, because the news will keep trying to manipulate us into thinking, oh, they want war with us. So that makes us go, oh, you want war with us? No, that's not us.
It's the
The
government.
government. They're trying to topple the government, and that's a good thing. We need that switch. We started the show off with that quantum financial system. Those are the switches we're waiting for to get off of the Fed system and get onto the quantum system.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's where we're trying to get. That starts the golden age. From there, we get the money that is owed to us through the Nasara Jasara. Once we get that, we start cleaning up the planet. Other monies are then available to start doing all the new projects we're going to need to do to clean up this country, to clean up the world, and to do better things with ourselves than this, you know, day-to-day 9-to-5 bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
These are the things we're trying to get to. These are the things we're working towards. That is why we're here. We're built to do this. We were sent here. We're the chosen ones.
Bomb droppers.
Us and many of us out there. They're all over the place. We're all out here telling y'all what's up. That's the idea. You know? Y'all were chosen to be here too. That's why you're here watching. You felt the energy. You came through.
That's crazy.
Because I'm telling you, when you watch those other people, you know you're supposed to be there. When I'm watching those lectures and I'm sitting there for an hour and a half, listening to their shit, it's like they're talking to me. You know, that's how I see it. Sometimes I feel like they're just talking. And it'll be like stuff we've talked about maybe the week before or on the show. I'll watch the show and
That
I'll be
happens.
like, oh, shit, okay, they're talking. That's how I know they're talking to me. So I'm soaking all that in and you know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, this is why I needed to see this. I'm on the right path. We're doing the right things. We're sharing this information to the people that are going to get it. Everybody who's going to watch this show or is watching this show, you're getting this information because you were chosen to be here.
Shit, give it a like. If it resonates with you.
Right.
Bomb droppers.
And this is one of the only times I'll ever say it. Subscribe. Because we've never said it.
Yeah.
Because we don't talk like that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be that same YouTuber who every show has to tell you to like and do this and do that. I don't want to be that guy. Y'all know what to do.
Do what you feel.
Yeah, do what you feel.
Do what you feel.
Share this information or don't. But one day you'll go, man, I should have been there. I should have been there. You don't want to be that guy. Fear of missing out.
Yeah,
no fear. I'm just messing with
No
y'all.
fear. No miss out.
I'm just messing with y'all. Yeah, no. The energies, yeah, they'll feel it. If they're supposed to be here, they'll be here. You know, that's like with music, man. That's what I used to remember. I think we talked about this before with like when Rich Black was on the show. Like we didn't ever chase people down. Like, you know, if you didn't want to be in the studio, right. So what I would tell them was I'd be like, look, if they really wanted to be here, if their energy was putting them here, they're going to be here. I don't have to chase anybody.
Right.
They know what opportunity is available. You know what I mean? It's up to them to make that choice if they want to do that or not, or pursue that, or do whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it comes down to with a lot of things. It's like we put our energies into things we're going to do and we want to accomplish. We're not going to put energies into things we don't want to mess with, you know? And the more energy you can focus in on something that you're doing, the better it's going to be.
Exactly.
You know? So it all works together if you really see it and notice it, you know? And I think that's what it's decoding. You know, me and Mr. Prim talked about this the other day. Was like we've talked about when we watch shows and movies. I'm always decoding those shows. Like every new show that comes out, I'll watch it more to see what they're about to say and what I can get out of it. More than I don't care about the story as much. You know? So
that's crazy.
The story to me doesn't. I want to hear what they're trying to put out in the airwaves. I want to catch those little tidbits. You know.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta watch the background too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You gotta look in the background.
Different shit like that, right? The visuals they use and stuff, right? Exactly. So yeah, that's how I'm looking at it, and I'm enjoying it for all of that. You know, I'm trying to see it all, but it's like that's the extra shit I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The extra shit I'm doing
totally
is I'm
agree.
decoding shit. You know what I mean?
I know.
And we've talked about that before.
I know what you're talking about.
But because we do that, it's like we know a lot more now too. So that's why we go back and watch old shows, listen to old music, you know what I mean, and do shit like that, so that you can get new information that you didn't understand the first time you heard it.
Bomb droppers. Facts.
So yeah, it's little shit like that, you know. That's the cool part, you know, of having the glasses on. Is being able to put it all together and you know, it sometimes it's not what it's all cracked up to be. Because, you know, you're learning things, you're finding out shit, and you're just like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's some serious shit, you know, or whatever. And then you got to deal with that. You got to live with it. And then I can't even turn around and tell you guys about half of it, you know, because some of it's just really fucked up, you know. And I want to spare you guys from all that for now. That's not as far as we need to go, you know. We'll get to that point at some point. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll just start putting it out there at some point. But yeah, it's a lot, you know, it's a lot sometimes. But that's what I'm here for. That's why I was chosen to do this. I was chosen to do this because I'm built to work like this, to do the research, to understand the ideas, to put it out, to try and put it out in a way that people can understand it, even if it is bad and whatever, you know. We've talked about the human trafficking and, you know, and all the different things that we've said that are really happening out there, you know. It's like there's a lot of shit happening out there that's fucked up. We just weren't privy to it because they lied to us about so much shit. We just thought stuff was what it was, you know. We're just like, oh, that's just what that is. It's like, no. Now we're realizing that was a front for all this other shit. You know? That's what we're learning, you know.
It's always a cover up, man.
Right.
Well, it's always a cover up. You're right. That's why you got to code it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what, and that's why we're saying the decoding. Exactly. You see, boom.
Bomb droppers.
Picked up on it. It's the decoding will help you understand when things don't look right. You start going, wait a minute. Let me look into this for a second. Let me think about this. You know, and then you're like, okay. Now I'm starting to see the picture. So yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. You know, it's just decoding so that you can navigate your world better.
And we always talk about that. Navigate.
Yeah, that's the awakening. That's waking up. As you start to wake up, you'll start to see the world for what it really is. Not for what you thought it was.
Bomb droppers.
But yo, let's get into Mr. Prim's song real quick. We'll play one of his joints real quick, and then we'll come back for a few final thoughts, and we'll move on from there.
Yes, sir.
Let's do that. So here we go. This is off the Mr. Prim's Easy Listening. This one is called Astro Projections.
Yeah.
Mic check 1 2.
Astro projection. Astro projection.
Mr. Prim's easy listen.
Astro projections.
Bonafide fly. She Lady Phoenix on the side. Always divide. The money 50-50. She ghetto queen bee. Yeah. Got the drones. Move the honey. Itty bitty. Unleash the titty. We straight up out the teepee. Indian chibi. Yo. She looking like a Mona cause they want a Lisa. Let me stand up in it like a pizza. So we can move like so we can move like so get the move like
We get the move right. She wanna move like.
no. Hold up. So we can move like
So we can move like.
right. I just need you to move like this, right?
Right. So we can move
So we
like
can move like piranhas, stick and move like Muhammad's. She rolls with the drama, protect the youth like some mamas, like success like Obama's. We coming with the bombing. I put a pause in your statement like it was a comma. Yo, nigga, now I am a comment. Sick and throw it up, slow it up, no vomit. Pause. Please, task force protections at ease. Yeah, you know what this is. Yeah, it's the real. Something for the mamas and kids. Yeah, something to let them know. Yeah, this is how it is. Yeah, it's the real. Spitting the truth straight out the booth. Every day, yeah, you know how we play.
That's just how we play. Astro projections. Astro projections.
Yeah,
Astro projections. I'm getting that shit like all the way from goddamn another solar system, nigga.
Yo.
Okay, Mr. Prim.
Mr. Prim's Easy Listening on all your platforms. So, that was Astro Projections, produced by Dane.
Okay, Dane.
Shout out to Dane, super
Okay.
producer.
Eh.
Still getting credits, man.
For real.
Years later, still getting
Ooh.
credits. Knocking them out every time, too.
I want you to know.
I feel like I've had like a Dane track on almost every one of my albums, too. Yeah, it's
Dang
crazy.
track.
I always try to reach back in the vault and go, man,
Right.
this is where we started from.
Right.
Let's see if there's still anything left in here. There's always a gem in there somewhere.
Always, man.
There's always a shout out, Dane.
Bomb droppers. Dang.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your talents.
Boy, I remember, boy, I remember things used to stay around the way. Boy, we used to go in the
Knock 'em out.
in the kitchen.
Knock
Boy,
'em
he
out.
used to,
Knock 'em Right there.
that shit
Right there.
crazy.
He'd pump it out right there.
Right there.
Quick.
Yes, sir.
You could tell him what you want. Like, I want a little this, try this, just throw some shit together.
Right.
Be like, oh shit, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
What somebody said earlier today
What's that?
was a producer. He said, and he was talking about the empath type thing, right, that we were talking about earlier. He said that when he works with artists, he feels the aura of that artist, and then he's able to kind of transform that into their sound that he creates for them. And then, so he's like, some people will be like, man, I want that sound that sounds like this. He's like, and he's not really good at trying to create from nothing per se. You know what I mean? Because when he's around that person and he feels that aura and he gets that idea, then it sparks it. But if he's just like, if somebody's just like, hey, make me a beat like that, it's not the same because he's not got that same energy.
Right.
Right. So he's like, I noticed that with my music. I'm not, he goes, I feel that. And so I'm able to incorporate that. He goes, I think that's what makes my stuff interesting. you know. And I was like, okay, I see, you know what I mean? So Dane put in those beats because that's why you asked me, you know, was probably because you noticed, you were like, this sounds like something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I
this
was
sounds like
hold
something.
up. This sounds like something I know for real. Hold up. Then I said the wrong name, but
Yeah. Yeah, but you were on the tail.
Right,
you were on the trail.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You're tracking it down, man. You had to ask the questions.
Right.
You're like, okay, if it's not 9, it's gotta be.
Right.
So yeah, and that's why it's like interesting that, you know, it's even like when people say Dr. Dre. Oh, that's a Dr. Dre beat. It's got a sound to it. It's a sound that he has, you know, just like certain people, you know, certain producers end up having a sound. So they're doing that with themselves at some point too. They're putting their sound out there.
Right.
And their aura on on those tracks, you know. So yeah, it's very interesting. We've seen it all around us all these years. We just never realized what it was, you know, what any of it is. You know, it's all vibrations, frequencies, and you know what I mean. That's what all this shit is. We just never looked at it that way,
Right.
until the last couple years.
You step outside, it's a ball of energy that's out there. A ball of energy.
And you're an antenna.
Where was your antennas when I was getting ride? It's like,
Right. So yeah, man, that's where we're at. Getting that sun tea again.
yeah.
Starting to get this way. Starting to get this way. It's trying to put out that flame. It's like only I can shine around here. Nice.
And eat today, man.
I had some chips this morning. I shouldn't have, but I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't. There was a little dip in there, a couple of chips. I was like, let's get a little snack. But I shouldn't have. I should have held strong. I should have had more discipline than that.
Got a whole job. Shit, well, I feel like I broke the code. Well, I'm not a part of it, but
With what?
my manager, he
Oh, like eating.
yeah.
You can't even drink water.
Fasting.
Can't even drink water.
No.
Nothing. It's
Can't,
just
you
straight.
can't, it's straight. You can't do nothing. You can't eat. Can't drink. Can't taste nothing.
Gotcha.
Nothing
Gotcha.
until a certain time. But he was like, if you can't, you know, you could drink something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But don't, you know what I mean? Don't kill yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You should be able to have a little bit of water.
Yeah, if you can't,
Yeah.
you know, if you could do it, if you could make it to 7:30 without doing that, without eating anything or drinking,
Right. That's supposed to be
you're good.
the idea, right? I get it.
Yeah,
I think what's it called Ramadan or something like that?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, I'm learning.
I'm familiar.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm learning.
I've had other people do that before. I've seen people do that. I was like, wow, that's some discipline. That's some idea.
facts.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
definitely up there.
And I feel like I did that today, like, but I feel like I cheated with the water.
Drink a little water, but
Yeah,
every now and again, you know, you're still practicing, still flexing the muscle. You got, you know.
that's easy shit.
Yeah.
I've been fasting then.
Right. I've been doing a lot too lately. Did we talk about that?
Before?
But did we talk about that like lately? Have you been feeling it lately? Like have your taste buds changed? Have you started kind of not
Yeah,
liking
we ain't-
certain things and
Just not eating.
just not eating?
Yeah.
Yeah. We did talk about that for a minute, right? Yeah, I've been doing the same, man. Like over the past couple of weeks, maybe over the last month, I just been like, I don't really feel hungry for things.
Right.
I don't even want to eat. Like I think about eating and I'm like, I only want to think about it because I think like I should, but I don't have to. And then like, yeah, I've been going where like I'll eat like one meal. I'll eat like maybe I'll eat at like 8, one meal, and I'm done for the rest of like I don't eat again
That's
until like
crazy.
the next
See,
day.
whole time you
Yeah.
fasting, you ain't even know.
Yeah, my body's it's been different right now. It's been I just haven't, like I said, the taste buds have changed. Certain things don't even taste good no more. And so I'm like that's where I'm vibing at. I'm vibing at such a level that I'm just shedding shit I don't even want.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, you start vibing when you start shutting shit down. You're like, oh, nah, I don't want this.
Yep.
That's not good.
Yep.
Nope, I'm not messing with that. Yes, sir.
And it's just natural. It's just like, I just all of a sudden I'm just like, nah, that don't even sound good.
I'm good. You cut it off.
Yep.
You do it.
Yeah, man.
Easy.
That's why I said I got discipline. But there's some times where I'm just like, nah, I can cheat a little bit. I can cheat a little bit today.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, you got to have your cheat days. We're here to have a good time. You know what I mean? We're living this life on this planet trying to have an experience, you know? So, yeah, you can be disciplined, do the things you need to do, but it's okay to have a slip up here and there, you know?
Yeah.
You earn that. You know what I mean? That's what part of that discipline is. Just don't make it a habit again.
Yeah.
And that's how you know you've got discipline over it. Is you can go, this doesn't need to be a habit again. But if I want to have a glass of wine every now and again, I can do that as an adult.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If I want to eat some cookies every now and again, I can have that, you know. Those treats are there for you. That's why they're supposed to be treats. Not snacks. The world lied to us and made all that stuff snacks when it was supposed to be treats, you know. So that's why I say, you know, do you know, when you're out and about, you're having a good time, have a treat, you know. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So you know, I deliver, right? So this customer, this old lady, she was like, man, I like y'all food. So I'm just treating myself. I'm treating myself once a week, and that's it, you know. I started seeing her more and more. I'm like, lady, what happened to once a week?
Right.
She was like,
It's too good.
y'all food is so good.
It's too good. All love breakfast,
Y'all food is so good.
lunch and dinner.
I was like, Lord, you say once a week. I'm saying you 3 times.
Got her hooked, man. Got her hooked.
It's crazy.
It's good. Keep it rocking.
I'm like, hey, do you?
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's people. You ever heard of those stories where like some dude might live by himself, older guy or something, and then he just orders a pizza like every other day for like 5 years in a row, and then one day it just stops, and then like the delivery guy's like, what the fuck? And then they rush to his house, and all of a sudden he's like having a heart attack.
Oh, damn.
And they get him, and then he survives. He lives, but like without that delivery guy even knowing what's up, no one would ever look for him probably
Man,
until like the
a
next day or
movie
something.
type shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
like that story's out there, you know. So it's happened somewhere, but it's little shit like that, you know, where you're like, some people just need routine and ideas.
Man, it's like
so
clockwork.
that because everything just works a certain way, right? That's how it all intertangles and intertwines and all that shit, you know. That's how this all fucking plays out. If someone's paying attention or not to anything, or you know, whatever, you know. And that's same thing when it comes to the auras, you know, like you're saying, people come around, you're like, oh, energy's weird, you know what I mean? He felt the energy was off. He's like, wait a minute. He ain't order a pizza today, you know what I mean?
Right.
Energy's off, you know.
And
so he just felt
that's
like
crazy.
different. Yeah.
I got a customer that orders every Friday.
Right? There you go.
And one day he missed. My mother was like, hey, what's her name? They called?
Right.
Be hurt.
Right. Something.
And that's crazy. You got a whole bunch of customers, but you worry about that one customer that
Right.
didn't show up that one time.
Yep.
That orders every
But every other customer doesn't really matter. Just like, come on, bring it.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one, right? Or 2 or 3 that you notice, right? Exactly, man. That's the wild shit.
That's wild.
That's the wild shit. It's out there. That's definitely happening. That's why I say there's miracles that happen every day. People just don't even realize. They don't call them miracles. We've gotten away from doing that. You know what I mean? Of recognizing miracles. We think there's only some God somewhere that can create miracles. Miracles are happening all the time. You know, we just don't see it that way. We're not looking at it like that. And it could be small things even. But that doesn't mean it's not a miracle. You know what I mean?
Bomb droppers.
Yeah. Wow, shit, man. We ready to wrap this thing up?
Yeah.
Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox. This is
BDot, baby.
Thanks for showing up.
Appreciate
Episode
your
19.
love. 19.
Love it. Thanks.
Bomb droppers.